Hello everyone and welcome to another episode, another video. This is a little bit of a janky setup. You can see my light a little bit actually, but I figured I may as well make somewhat of a good setup so you can see me clearly and get a little bit of the background, because this is kind of a special, well, not really special. I'll take that back. There have been enough episodes on my phone recently for that to be untrue. Let me turn down the brightness on my screen here. Oh, and I just destroyed the whole setup that I made to balance this. Don't worry about that. What you should be worrying about is the fact that all day today in the office, all I did was sit around on my butt. Until right about 2 o'clock. In the morning when I got to the office, and just for the sake of tradition, we got up today at 6 o'clock. Well, we got up at 5 o'clock and went outside in our OCPs. We're doing like marching drills and stuff. Things that we haven't done since basic that we need to be doing. And that was our PT for the day. So we got out of that pretty quick. That was pretty easy. Good way to start the day. I was already ready and dressed, so I just hung out and played video games for a while. Relaxed. I really haven't been doing anything productive on my video games. I'm just kind of doing it for the enjoyment of it, which I think is probably more important. When I went to the office this morning, I did really nothing. I was super bored. I just sat on my phone and tried to find other productive things to do. Didn't really find anything. I was able to drive one of my coworkers to an appointment they had, but that's about it. Sorry. Swallow. Came back for lunch. I had a ham sandwich. No, it was a turkey sandwich. I had a turkey sandwich on wheat bread. And I thought it would be gross because, I don't know, the wheat bread I buy has like little nuts and seeds and stuff in it. And I'm like, I'm not a squirrel. This is going to be gross with my delicious meat in the middle. No, it was fine. It was a good sandwich. And that bread that I buy is a bit bigger, so it was a good size sandwich as well. So, good enough lunch. I brought my computer to the office in the afternoon and worked on a little project. You're going to see that in a little while on Adobe Illustrator, which is a little graphic design app. I'm enjoying it. Worked a little bit on that, and then around 2 o'clock, my sergeant came up and was like, hey, you're going on a mission tomorrow at 5 a.m. I'm like, oh. Why? He's like, you're driving somewhere with the captain and you have to be there early. And I said, all right, fair enough. Let me take a drink of water real quick. And so I was kind of digging through my stuff, getting ready, because the sergeant also told me that I needed to ready a light kit, which is, I mean, you can see from this, lighting is important. Because if I lean this little thing back and turn off the light, oh, I just screwed this whole thing up. Oh, it's very fragile how I have this built. Just going to leave it like that. If I turn this off, yeah, it is blocking the switch. But there, there. Now you can tell how much of a difference that makes. Lighting is important. You only bring lighting if you're really, really like wanting to get the best picture. Normally, you can just turn on the lights in a room and go for it. 90% of the time, people won't notice. Like, I just showed you the difference in that, and who knows, maybe you didn't even make that big of a deal to most of you. But for a photographer, light kit means you're doing something important. And it's doing something that you see as important, that you value. So I was like, all right, weird. It's the first time I've used a light kit since I got to Korea 10 months ago. This is going to be something different. Captain comes up and tells me later that we are going to be pretending to be the media. Not military media, mind you, the public media. We are going to another camp a long ways away, which is why we have to leave at 5 a.m. So I'm waking up tomorrow at 3:30 to shower, change, eat, and make sure I have everything and drive over to the office by 5. We have to drive over and we're going to be interviewing like high rankers, majors, lieutenant colonels, who knows, maybe a general. And we're literally going to purposefully make the interview as difficult as possible for them. Like, we're going to put them under the hot lights, which is why we have the light kits. I'm not even going to set up the lights correctly. I'm just going to have light and light. Just boof, right on his face. No Rembrandt triangle for you, nothing. You're just going to get burned by them. I'm going to have the backlight directly on your head, even though most of the time you should have it pointing away from them and bounce off of a wall to give them a glowing reflection. No, I'm going to have it right off the back of your head like an angry slap. It's gonna be fun. We get to wear civilians for that part. I have to show up in OCP's camouflage uniform, but we get to change into civilians. So I gotta grab some fancy clothes and get those ready as well. But in order to prep for that, I've got all my equipment. They're all charged, and I just took 2 muscle relaxers. There were different kinds, so don't worry, I'm not gonna OD. Uh, I just took 2 muscle relaxers to try to make myself drowsy and go to sleep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this video and play GTA until I physically cannot sit up anymore and hopefully be asleep by maybe 9 o'clock, because then I get 6.5 hours of sleep. That's not alright enough to go off of. I mean, it's 7:32 right now. I would like to be asleep by 8. That was the goal. That's why I had the muscle relaxers before the video. But I don't really have faith in myself, so we'll see. Alright, thank you for watching all the way to the end. There's going to be a couple of different things coming up for the 100th episode, because I think this is 94. It might be 95. We're really getting there. I'm trying to get some stuff ready. We'll see how it goes. But great talking to you. Always a great conversationalist, you. It's great to see you. Your hair looks great today. It does. It really does. On point. Yeah. You been working out? Yeah, me neither. Whatever time it is, wherever you are out there in this world of ours, whether it be a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night that you may or may not be currently experiencing, I hope that whatever you are experiencing is good, and if it's not, I really do hope it gets better, because I think mine just got better. Getting some missions to go on for the first time in a while. Exciting. All right, stay frosty, everybody. I will see you in the next one. Farewell.